Lucie Vítková or Luc Vitk, and I'm a composer and performance artist, musician and improviser. And today I will share some of my work with you. In 2016 I established this ensemble in New York, which is called New York City Constellation Ensemble, and I invited at the time anybody who I met, and I just tried to play music with everybody and see what we can put together to improvise, musician and musician. And the thing I was interested was what we can share with people, with each other, through music. Or sound. And I was curious which kind of language is gonna develop between us, and also didn't want to talk too much during the rehearsals, so we always come, play together for 2 hours and then leave. Not do too much talking and just keep it on the music to communicate. I was holding this session every Friday for 2 hours for about a year and a half, and I just realized there's a certain trust developing between us through the sound, and that we also can recognize certain kind of behavior which is expressed by the sound. I've been interested in environment a lot, and lots of my work comes from environment. I have even solo work with accordion, feedback and harmonica and voice, which is called Environment, which is recorded in different location and it's put into an album. I also recorded in caves in Czech Republic. It's from the region I'm from, and I recorded it with my sisters who are no musicians, and I created a simple graphic score and choreography for them, and also sonic costumes, which we could just do together inside of the caves and use our voices as well. From the piece environment, also big orchestral piece got developed, which was played during the Ostrava Days festival with ensemble. I played in the ensemble with accordion, feedback and voice, and I divided the orchestra on two parts with two conductors. So from this very personal piece, which I was playing from some internal place inside of me, got transformed into this mass of people playing it. Recent piece from 2023 is called Opera Side, and it also comes from the environment. The libretto comes from the environment. I usually work with people who do multiple things in multiple disciplines, usually using their voice, playing instruments and moving around. The opera is about going deep to find your beautiful voice, the bel canto. The bel canto not just in terms of vocal technique, but also in terms of beauty of an individual person, having that time through the whole opera to just like invert inside of yourself or inside of the space, and just find something for yourself. At the beginning there's a short movie where I literally dig deep to find a beautiful voice. I dig out a vase from the ground which is a singing vase. There is the beautiful voice, which is actually the vase is traveling through the whole opera until the final act. And this voice which I found is in each scene, and it stirs different sets of relationships inside of it. This whole opera is all written in combined notation. There are some elements of staff notations, but there's also lots of graphic notation and text scores, just music coming out of a situation or description or instrument or the people I invite into the opera. The opera site was commissioned by Roulette Intermedium and supported by Niska, and also was premiere at the Roulette. And that version, the premiere version, it's a 2 hours piece, and I feel like I staged it mostly frontal, because throughout the building is built like that, with the frontal stage and audience being around and just paying attention to that one place. I got the opportunity to do also a second performance, which was at Judson Memorial Church, and there we were actually able to make it more spatial, and I added some more parts because of the space. So this piece, it's like a 2 hours opera whole night piece, but it's also site-specific piece, and it always reflects the environment. And at Judson, because the space, we can actually be all over, I decided to start the opera with a tunnel. So we built a tunnel, which was the first act. The tunnel was amplified and was picked up by the microphones, which had a delay effect on it. So when people come into the tunnel, they can play with their voices and with their noises, with a little electrical candle. And so the first act is actually the audience singing inside of the tunnel, playing with their voices with the delay, just being playful together and maybe get to know each other better inside of that tunnel. Leading into a labyrinth which we built through the Judson, and we divided the space different ways to secret rooms, and we staged the acts inside of that labyrinth, so people actually were deeper into that piece spatially as well. So we are outside of the tunnel, and then there is a big rock concert, which is, it's staged like a rock concert, but it's actually building site in the same time. I've been, as a young person, I've been collecting lots of building site sounds, workers working on building sites, and I've been just having archives of these recordings and listening to them, learning the aesthetics. And because I also started to play drums, so this scene is built around the drum set. There you can hear the recordings of the workers also translated into the drum set. So again, like coming from the environment, which is informing the music itself. So my drumming style is very, very building site drumming, very polyrhythmic, but also kind of hard hit when you hammer something, or the power of the jackhammer or drill. It's very piercing sound. So, and they are overlapping in unexpected ways. So that's kind of the drumming style I wanted to put out there along the recordings and along two prepared fans. Move to the next scene, which is devoted to the horseshoe crab, and this part I was mentioning with electronics and objects. We playing stones, and the scores are bark scores actually, which are from another project we did with opera ensemble at the Watermill Center, and we were photographing different bark textures, which then leads us to play music. So in this part we played these bark scores with the stones, with soloists, and there is a horseshoe crab in the background. Horseshoe crab was a huge inspiration for this opera also because it's fluorescent in UV light, so I was using lots of UV light, and that's how we want to come to my work in general, because now I'm using lots of fluorescent materials to amplify my performances visually as well. Next part, we move into the secret room, which brings the theme of dominatrix and gender and nudity in a grand piano settings. Set, which is playing field recordings, playing beats, playing field recordings from the subway with the vocals, and then we moved to a subway itself, and I just wanted to point out the infrastructure of New York subway, which is often betraying its customer. Anyway, the building plans, closing plans, you can see all these collected exceptions I found so many posters with famous locations and places around. So I feel like New York City is pretty huge influence
train
on
is
our
now
lives
arriving on the
it's a huge element, which is part, it's underlying, sometimes it's underlying the mood of the city. Then we moved to the Marine Parkway Bridge, which is also going to Rockaway. It's in that area, and it's a scene when my friend Aine Eva Nakamura, she's like bringing us deeper into the libretto and also taking the whole group on this journey. Then I involve audience in the next part, where with Ranjit Bhatnagar we built these beautiful bellows, which I give to the audience. They're accompanying the Navajo flute, which is played by Tirpat Pamungo, the person who actually did the sound engineer for the opera the whole time. But from the mix board, Tirpat takes the flute and sing the opera in Lao and Thai, and then takes the flute and comes from the mixing board to up front to interact with the audience who is playing the bellows. Then we get to the final part where I built this new sculpture from balloons and tubes, which is kind of like hanging around, and then people form a choir and play these balloons and use their voices and use the accordion. That's how the opera ends. And we all have these shirts. We all have these shirts which are actually fluorescent in UV light, and that comes from the horseshoe crab, but also the bass is da 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 da, have some resonant frequency. Oh, da da da. The bass is looking like this, and we get these shirts which are very similar to the bass, and it's all shining in the UV light, and the symbolism in it that we all become our beautiful voice. Bel canto. It's So that's opera side.